Hi, boys and girls. Today we're going to read a story called Pie in the Sky by Lois Ehlert. The illustrations are beautiful in this book, so take a close look at the pictures as you're listening. While you're listening to the story, I also want you to be thinking about the sequence of events. What order do things happen in the story? What comes first? What's in the middle? And what happens at the end or last? Look at the cover of this book. What kind of pie do you think this is? Maybe you think it's cherry pie like me. I think it's cherry pie because I see little red circles on top of the pie, and that makes me think of cherries. I suppose we'll have to read more to find out, won't we? This tree was here when we moved in. Dad says it's a pie tree. I see a blue jay feather with black stripes and a white tip, and a green caterpillar with a yellow band and an orange false eye, but no pie. Where's the tree? That's right, it's near where the person telling the story moved. We know they moved because it says that the tree was here when we moved in. Who do you think is telling the story? I think you're probably right. Probably a kid. They talk about dad, so that tells me it's somebody young. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl yet. I've never seen pies growing on trees. Wouldn't that be something? I see green grass, red ladybugs, red-brown bark, and a blue-green dragonfly, but no pie. Dad showed me buds on our tree today. He says that's a good sign, but we won't know till summer if we'll get pie. I see yellow leaves with green spots, brown buds, a brown chrysalis, and a gray snow sky, but no pie. What's happening to the leaves? That's right, they're changing colors. When do the leaves start to change orange and yellow and red? What's happening? We're changing seasons, so it's not summer anymore. It's fall, getting ready to be winter. Winter's finally over. Sweet spring is here at last. Buds we saw last fall are bursting into bloom. I see green leaves, white blossoms, yellow pollen dust, blue eggs in a brown nest, yellow honeybees, and black stripes on a yellow butterfly, but no pie. So now winter's finished, and what season is it? It's spring, you're right. How do you know it's spring? It told us that winter's over and spring's here, and also when I look at the picture, I see that the flowers are blossoming and blooming, and the tree is starting to get leaves again, and that's usually a sign that all of the cold winter months are over, and now it's spring when it's starting to get warm. But now a damp wind is blowing, and all the flower petals are falling down like rain. I see white petals, dark gray tails, brown branches, and a gray rain sky, but no pie. Well, that reminds me of spring. We've had a lot of rain recently, haven't we? You know what? I think something's finally growing on that tree of ours. I see orange and lime green balls, yellow moon and stars, a pale green moth, and a dark blue sky, but no pie. What do you think that is that's finally starting to grow on the tree? They're round, and right now they're orange and lime green. The birds sure sound excited. I wonder what's going on. I see a robin's rusty red breast and white speckled throat, a gray catbird with a black crown and tail, and purple violet clouds in a pink and orange sky, but no pie. So those little round balls that are growing on the tree are starting to change color. They're not as green and orange as they were. Now some of them look like they're starting to turn Red. Uh-oh, now I see. I see brown cherry pits, red wing tips on cedar waxwings, and white rings around robin's black eyes, but no pies. So what is growing on the trees after all? It's cherries, you're right. Ooh, and the birds are loving it. But hey, raccoon, save some for us. I see a raccoon's black mask, black toes, black nose and eye, and the lime green glow of fireflies. But no pies. Dad keeps saying this is a pie tree, but there's no pies growing on it. What do you think's going on? At last, Dad says it's time for us to pick cherries. I see gray wings, a black and orange tail, a yellow beak, a silver gray pail, and a blue fly. Still, no pie. So who's going to pick cherries? That's right. The child and the dad. What do you think they're going to do with those cherries? Think back to the title of the book. It's probably giving us a clue. We're going to make a pie. First, we wash the cherries. We squeeze out all the pits and save the juice. So what did they do first? That's right, they had to wash the cherries. And next, what did they do? They had to squeeze out all the pits. What's the pit? Do you know what that is on a cherry? It's kind of like a peach or an avocado. It's the hard part that's in the middle of the fruit. Then we put the cherries in a bowl. We add juice, flour, sugar, and cinnamon and stir it with a spoon. Next, we mix the pie crust dough. Ooh. So first they had to put the cherries in the bowl. Then what did they do next? They mixed in all the other ingredients in a bowl, and then they made the pie crust dough. Do you see those measuring spoons? The author decided to tell us how much of each ingredient to use that's on the spoons and the cup. So there's a half cup of juice. There's 5 tablespoons flour, 1 1/3 cup sugar, and a half teaspoon cinnamon. So if you wanted to make your own cherry pie, you could use those ingredients, couldn't you? The author was very nice to include those. We roll out 2 crusts and press 1 in the pan. Then we pour the filling in. So they've got the crust in the bottom of the pan, and then they pour in the cherry pie filling. We add the top crust, put the pie in the oven, and wait for it to bake. Now, Dad cuts the pie. He puts a piece on each plate. Take a good look at that oven mitt on the left side of the page. It even has the directions for the pie. Press around crust edges with a fork to seal. Cut a design into the crust so steam can escape while baking. Preheat oven to 450 degrees, bake 10 minutes. Reduce heat to 350 degrees, bake 35 to 45 minutes until brown. I think I might want to make a cherry pie. This is sounding yummy. Wow, that was the best pie I've ever eaten. I wonder if the birds would like it. Oh, look at the next page. What happens at the end of the story? That's right. At the end of the story, the birds eat the rest of the pie. The end.